The campaign system that we have built into our software is vital to generating business and is an essential component of Salesforce automation. For not only do we have a way to design campaigns, but I went on and designed them for you. After all, campaign design is what I've spent a business lifetime doing. So what is a campaign? A campaign is a series of promotional actions and organizational steps taken in a given market that produces predictable results. The key word is predictable. You can have an unprofitable campaign that fails every time you run it. It's predictable. Our objective, therefore, in campaign development and testing and things like that is to produce a predictably profitable campaign. Let me give you an obvious example of a campaign. Let's say you decide that you're going to do seminars. You'll probably decide to send out your mailing anywhere from 12 to 14 days before the event. You will probably pick a certain kind of location. You'll mail to a particular list in a certain kind of neighborhood. And if your results are profitable, you'll just do it again and again. You'll keep doing it. Well, after a while, perhaps the results won't be so profitable, so you'll change your invitation, you'll change your location, you'll change something. Okay? Objective is to get it profitable and keep it profitable. Now, it can take a long time to develop a campaign, and I mean develop it from scratch. When I first wrote up our seminar campaigns, it literally took me about 60 days of 10 hours a day to do it. And that involved all the confirmation letters, it involved the scripts, it involved lots of invitations, it involved the procedures, different seminar styles, whether it's by mail only, mail phone, or whether you're using an out-of-house mailing, such as going through a mailing house, all right? So, what would it take you? Well, let's suppose it takes you a few hours to train you and your team how to use a seminar. So you took hours and hours and hours of work, and we have condensed it down to 2 or 3 hours. So what kind of campaigns do we have? We have a total of 31 campaigns available for you. And these campaigns are direct mail campaigns. I have cold calling campaigns. We have seminar campaigns. We have monthly drip campaigns. And we have a unique type of campaign that I have called a no-key campaign. And we'll tell you a little bit more about this later, but just suffice it to say for now, it is the key for getting to the so-called high net worth market. Okay? You don't get many chances to get in that market. So, with this as a context, let's take a look at a campaign, okay? You are looking at the main menu of the Gorilla Playground. We're going to go into the campaign engine now and take a look at one of the great Salesforce automation tools. It's a campaign. Now, by way of reminder, a campaign is a series of steps or promotional actions taken in a given market that produces predictable results. What does a campaign consist of? Well, the first thing it consists of are people, and you can see the 12 people I put in the campaign here. Campaign consists of steps. Here are the steps. These are in date order. We refer to these as the timeline. A campaign consists of tracks. Now, what is a track? It's kind of like an electronic bucket. And if you have people in one bucket, you can move them to another bucket. And in this particular campaign, which is a monthly drip mail phone campaign, what we're going to do is send out a letter, a message. We could send a letter, fax, or email, it doesn't matter, to our clients, and then we're going to follow up each one of those with a phone call. This is not necessarily the best campaign. It is not the only one. It is just one of the tools that we have created, and all you basically need to do is plug in the letter and maybe take a review of your script, and you're ready to rock and roll on campaigns or this kind of campaign. All right, so what are we going to do here? Well, let's take a look at people in our promotion track. And right now, that's everybody. So let's assume that we have already sent a letter, our dear beloved government letter, and we want to see if these folks are interested in any information or any help on estate planning. So let's say that we call Alice Ape. Now, in order to make phone calls, we really need to bring up all of our phone numbers. So that's Alice's phone number. We call Alice, we get her to the phone, and Alice says, no, she and Smitty are just not going to do anything with that right now. And so we just click this button here, called, not interested, and Alice is now out of the promotion track. She's been put in this other bucket, and our next call is to Henry Ward Beecher. We've got a home number for him. We call Henry, and Henry is interested. So for right now, we're going to put him right here. Respondents, destination track. That's the purpose of this campaign, is the destination. All right, so now we're at Elizabeth Besider. We've got a lot of numbers for her. We first try her on her home, and then maybe we go to her business. We get her there. She takes the call. She's interested. Now we call Mike Buonarroti. He's a young, struggling artist. He is completely not interested. So that is how a campaign in all its simplicity can work. Now let me just show you one other thing here. I'm going to go into my respondents track. And here we have the two people who responded are Henry Beecher and Elizabeth Besider. Suppose one of them calls in, had actually called in. Let's take a look at their info sheet for just a moment. If I click on Campaign's info sheet, here is the campaign they're in, and here's the track that they're in. So I can look them up in a snap and know where they are. And so maybe Elizabeth calls back and tells us, we've thought about this, and, my husband has passed away, and there's just nothing I want to do with my kids right now, so I'll take her out of this track, and I'll put her back in this one. That is Salesforce automation, folks. It's done with mostly clicks. That's Salesforce automation. And if you'd like to see if the kind of business you do is consistent with the model we've created, you need to give us a call and talk to one of our system specialists. And just for one last time, I'll put that number on screen. Give us a call today.